Red, red, who's your lover now? Red, red, who's it all about? Psychosis friend down and begin again. His eyes are broken in, and I don't feel the same. Red, who's your lover now? Red, red, who's it all about? Me, I grew. Think you threw your pains away. I do. I think you threw your pains away. I do. I think you threw your pains away. I do. I think you threw your pains away. Freedom. Obsessions always jumping through. I'm so tangled, I'm so lost in my reflection. Pay attention. You never will. I will overanalyze and fall victim. But when I'm lowest, time to get to know myself. I'm still tangled, I'm not worried, 'cause I am caught up in this perfection. Pay attention, yeah, you never will. 'Cause you depend, so you always will. If you arrest yourself again, I'll help you clean up the mess. I wonder if you ever did, yeah. I wonder if you ever did like I did. I wonder if you ever did, yeah. I wonder if you ever did like I did. Just wanna be free, yeah. Free, yeah. Free, yeah. Do you need anything like I need you? It's over. Do you need anything like I need? Let's go! Fucking Friday night! Whoa! Yo! I've got no place to be alone, my friend. He cut his wrist instead. There's your answer. You better save yourself or else. Nothing like success. I would rather be in hell than regret. Do you need anything like I need you? It's over. Oh, do you need anything like I need you? You know I do. Let's go! Come on! A denial. These are not my words. Tell me where are mine? Most of the time, wet my face with reality and permit me to breathe before I do it again. Do you need anything like I Do you need anything like I need you? Oh yeah. Do 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 do. Here we go. Do you need anything like I need you? Sober. Do you need anything like I need you? Do you need anything like I need you? It's over. Do you need anything like I need you? Do you need? Oh, dude, it's the con man's Bible. Let's go. So, you know what's funny about that? So, quick little sidebar story time for 1 sec here. Because a couple of days ago, some of you may have been here when I talked about this guy that lived, when I lived in that rock and roll apartment, and there was a guy who always would bring girls home and be like a fucking douchebag, and we'd have to protect the girls from that guy. You remember that story? Well, that guy who used to be the douchebag to the girls, in the song Do You Need, the line of the song that says, I've got no place to be alone, my friend, he cut his wrist instead. The guy who cut his wrists is that dude, that creeper dude who we always had to rescue the girls from, was the dude who like tried to off himself. Isn't that weird? I hadn't really thought about that until singing the song tonight. All the fucking stories, man. My God, there's just, dude, LA in the 90s was fucking crazy, guys. It was just fucking bizarre. But yeah, it's a weird world, huh? It's weird how that works. Excuse me. Mariners got their first win tonight. That was some good news. On the back of Cole Young's 3-run homer, right? You wondered about that lyric? Yeah, that lyric was like, so it was, yeah, that lyric was like, I was going through a spell of homelessness, and you know, that guy had tried to take his own life during that period. And then I stole his drummer and broke up his band. I mean, dude, it's a dog-eat-dog world, right? He was obviously like, he was going through some difficult times, like keeping his shit together. You know what I'm saying? And so, you know what I mean? So it was like his band was going nowhere. So I stole his drummer and we moved we went on tour and moved to Portland. Dude. I mean, dude, what are you gonna do, bro? I mean, dude, I was not gonna leave a great drummer behind because somebody was having trouble like with their fucking life, bro. That's not, you know what I'm saying? I mean, I felt for the guy, but it's not like his life is not mine to fix. But that drummer needed a good band, and I had one. So we fucking snagged, moved. Ultimately, though, the drummer quit. As soon as we got here, though, the drummer quit.
went back to Georgia. Now he's a real estate agent. I did find him on Instagram, dude, the drummer from Full Blown Red. Dude, he's a real estate agent now. Oh, shit, dude. Elf says I'm better being clean and sober since 2014. Let's go, baby. Me, 2007, boss. Let's go. Good for you, Elf. And thank you. I saw your membership earlier. Appreciate you, boss. Your first stolen drummer story. Oh, my God. Dude, I have the craziest drummer stories, guys. I mean, you know, I'm not going to go into them right now because we're going to get into politics because, guys, tomorrow is Fortnite. So tonight we're going to fucking bang, bang. We're going to bang, bang. And I do have to edit 2 videos before I go to bed tonight on Fridays. So we got to bang, bang tonight. But I will say this, guys. You're 04. Let's go, citizens. One thing I have to say about drummers, I was in a 3-piece band. So when you're in a 3-piece band, the drummer is like, I mean, the drummer's always important. But when you're in a 3-piece, the drummer is like the fucking band, bro. Literally. I mean, Nirvana, Dave Grohl, there you go. End of story. You are, the drummer is the fucking band. And so the way it was in LA in the 90s is that the good drummers were always in like 5 bands because they were at a premium. So, dude, I used to go through drummers like, fuck, bro. It was crazy. I had a lot of drummers. And in fact, you know what ended up going on was it became so unpredictable that I used to have a crate, like a big milk crate filled with candles. And like, if I didn't have a band, I would just show up at the Roxy with my candles and I would set a bunch of candles up and do the show alone. Like, I got pretty well known for having a crate full of candles and other shit in the trunk of my Camaro. And so people, like, sometimes there was no band and I would just plug an amp in with a bunch of candles on stage and everybody would like sit down on the floor of the venue and we would do it that way because the show always went on. Like an acoustic, but I did it with an electric guitar, just no distortion. But it, you know, and I just sort of set the vibes. And so, yeah, I was a trooper. Okay. I was, dude. Like people, they used to call me Souldriver. Like I had this phone number, I had my pager number, and then later it became my cell phone. But my number was 213-715-SOUL. SOUL. That was my pager number. And then pretty soon, like, everybody just remembered that number, dude. Like, I became known as Souldriver. Like, people used to call me Souldriver. Dude, like, it was pretty funny. And then we almost got signed to Columbia Records, but I fucked that up. And here we are. But I'm glad. I'm actually glad, though. Like, if you know, I would have ended up dead like Rust if we had fucking signed to Columbia Records. I would not have survived. I guarantee you. If I had gotten signed in the late 90s, like there was no way I would have fucking lived through that affair, boss. It was like, I almost feel like me sabotaging the record deal may have been the greatest piece of like self-protective, you know, behavior I've ever done, boss. You know? Because there's no way, dude. There's no way I would have made it out of that alive. Dude, most of the people I knew, like, I don't know about most, but a good 30% of the people I knew that blew up in the 90s died, dude. Like, literally, it's like 1/3 of the people I knew that made it big, like, didn't survive, boss. You know? It's fucked up. It was a fucked up decade, bro. And you know, I feel like the 2030s are going to be a lot like the 90s, guys. Dude, I swear to you, I think the 2030s are going to be like the 90s. They're going to be filled with rage, like the post-Trumpian rage. You watch, guys. You watch. Mark my words. The 2030s are going to be a return to the post-Trumpian rage, you know? You know what I mean? Like, it's going to be a return to that 90s vibe. Being unprepared, I have to play bass. Let's go, dude. Dude, we love it. Dude, Elf, I want to hear about like the session that you and Daphne may have played on, dude. We're going to have to fucking go into that at some point. But all right, so we have a good show tonight. Dude, today's been a show of like the videos popping off, bro. Dude, look at this shit. The Joe Rogan, Erica Kirk video is a 1 of 10. And that is my second 1 of 10 today. Dude, that one's doing really good. Dude, the 𝗙ecie video was a 1 of 10. Before that, Jenny had two shorts that were 1s of 10. And now we have 2 videos in a row that are 1 of 10. So I'm enjoying that. I don't get that a lot, dude. The last week or so has been like pretty brutal. The videos have not been popping off. But I mean, it happens. You go up and down. Right? Because it's not even about the videos you make, really. It's more like if everybody's looking for the shit of the video you made, like your timing has to be right. You know what I'm saying? All right. But so yeah, we're going to get in. We're getting in, baby. All right. Dude, today was wacky, guys. You like that thumbnail? Did you guys like that thumbnail with the little Jeffrey Epstein on it? Isn't that shit money? Dude, tell me that's not money, bro. Dude. Oh, shit. It's pretty good. I had to do a lot of work to make this look good, guys. I did a lot of Photoshop to make that look good. And I still don't love it, but, you know, like Benny Johnson's got a far wider neck than Jeffrey Epstein had. Let me just tell you, okay? Dude, it's pretty good. Benny Johnson, though, dude, he's got like a meathead neck, dude. He does, bro. He's got one of those, you know, gay cowboy necks, dude. Benny Johnson does. Dude, I know. We got to look at CPAC, okay? And for those of you who don't know, the reason why this thumbnail is because Jeffrey Epstein made an appearance at CPAC today, guys, to announce that Trump has been exonerated. Okay? I don't know if you knew that, but Jeffrey Epstein himself showed up at CPAC and said, hey, Trumpy didn't do anything. And everyone was like, why does it smell like a fucking donkey's intestines in here? People were like, dude, what the fuck is going on? They're like, oh shit, dude, it's Epstein's ghost up there. Dude, entrails and all, saying Trumpy did nothing. Okay, Trump has been exonerated. All right? In case you didn't know. And then after Epstein's corpse exonerated Trump, Paula White came on. Hey! Yeah, baby. Sakatata. Dude, let's go, Paula! Paula! Oh! Dude, she was swinging, baby. Let's go. Dude, Paula. Dude, we all need a little bit of Paula. Dude, you need Paula and a big ass shot of penicillin. Okay, that's all you need. Right? So all you need is Paula White for like 2 hours and then a nice shot of penicillin or an antibiotic of your choice. And you are... All right. So we are going to remove that comment, dude. Come on. Dude, keep your shit straight there, boss. Let's not get fucking weird. The only reason you remember Daff was a weekend? All right. All right, let's go. Dude, thank you, Alf. Let's go. All right. Yeah, don't get weird in the comments. Dude, there's no cure for Paula White. Dude, see, you don't want to cure Paula White. You just want to keep her in remission. Dude, Elite, let's go. Let's go, Elite. Thank you. Let's go, baby. So, by the way, Fortnite tomorrow afternoon. Elite, I hope you're playing. It's just going to be you and me, boss. Because Jenny is going to be in the middle of a psychedelic journey tomorrow afternoon. So, which brings me to another thing. I have to pick her up Because obviously she's not going to be able to drive after that. So tomorrow we're probably starting around 10:30 p.m. Okay, tomorrow's going to be a late night, just FYI, getting it in advance, you know. So tomorrow's going to be a late night because I do have to do a pickup. Okay, so dude, people need to stop sending Paula money. Dude, Paula White already, dude, she ripped off fucking 150 milli. Dude, Paula did from a church in Florida, bro. When she was coming up, she like looted 150 milli and just disappeared. Nobody knows what happened, dude. I think she kept it. Dude, FDT dance, please. Let's go, Peter. Oh, go B. Oh, that one hurt. Oh, that hurt. Dude, let's go. Oh, shit, boss. Dude, if they see those people, though, guys, I should have been a fucking minister, guys. I'm serious. I should have been a mega church pastor. I would be rich as fuck, bro. I would. Can you imagine with my charisma, right? Oh my God. I could convince all of those people that they're going to hell if they don't give me more money. Dude, I would have been rich as forget about it. Oh, dude, let's go. I'd have sold my soul. All right. But then, yeah, no, you guys wouldn't like me, right? I should have been a fucking minister. You like that? I should have been a fucking minister, bro. Dude. Oh, shit. Dude, it is. It's about keeping the audience attention. And though with those guys, you have to like, with those people, you have to make them think that, you know, their salvation is in danger, right? You have to have undertones of like, you know, you better get in on this, you know. Can't seem to find Paula after her last husband. Dude, you can always find Paula, boss. If you're looking for Paula White Elf, you have to go to the Flying J parking lot. That's mostly where you're going to find Paula. She will be holding court in the sleeper cabins at the Flying J. Dude. Oh, let's go. The Flying T. The Trump fucking... Dude, you know what's so funny? When I toured, okay, see, wireless internet 20 years ago was not as plentiful as it is now. There were a lot of places that didn't have it. Like 20 years ago, if a coffee shop had wireless internet, it was a pretty big deal. Okay, it wasn't like every business had it. And so Flying J, I used to have a pass. When I toured, I had the Flying J pass where all the Flying J's in the country, I could use the wireless internet. It was like $30 a month or something. And this was really important because I would go on tour for like 12, 16 weeks, and I would leave with only like 2.5 weeks booked solid. And then I would be booking from the road, you know, like filling in dates and kind of altering the route if I got different shows. I'd have certain things booked. Like I had certain tentpole shows that I always returned to. And then I would have to fill in the shit on the way. So the internet on the road was really important. But you know what's funny is after about a year of touring, all the truckers started thinking I was a trucker, okay? I'm serious. After a while, I'd see the same guys all over the country. They'd be like, who you drive for? And I'm like, dude, I play rock and roll. And they're like, really? Oh shit, dude, that's cool. It's so funny. So I would like regale the truckers with the rock and roll stories, and they would live vicariously through me. Because you pretty much, after a while, after about a year, you're seeing them all in the same spots. Because they would go to Flying J2 for the internet and the showers. They had showers there and shit. And I didn't have a CB, so I didn't have a CB handle. But I've always gotten along with truckers because my dad was a truck driver. Okay, that's what my dad did for his whole life, mostly, until I got older and shit, and he started working in shipping and receiving. So I've always, like, been able to mingle with the truckers. Like, you know what I'm saying? I sort of speak their language a little bit. See, that was my dad, you know, Breaker19, Breaker19. I don't know what my handle would have been. I mean, you know, I don't know, dude, right? But there's all kinds of funny shit, dude. Like, I remember shit from a kid, like the CB I used to go with my dad. Like, they would call Volkswagen Bugs pregnant roller skates. They had all these nicknames for shit, right? I remember the Volkswagen Bugs, the Beetles, were called pregnant roller skates, right? And because they're always on, you know, they're always on like giving speed traps and letting you know where the cops are and shit. So, dude, it was pretty, yeah, Smokies were the state police and yeah, it's fun stuff. And my dad used to like, I used to help him. Like if he would get pulled over, cause I would go on the road with him during like Christmas vacation and shit. And so I would bring all these books, and if my dad ever got pulled over, he would like have me go talk to the cop, and I would go out there with like an encyclopedia and start like explaining shit that I was learning to the cop, and the cop would not give my dad a ticket. The cop would be like, you got a really smart kid, all right? I'm gonna give you a warning this time. Dude, I was totally used as a kid, dude. I was used to like get my dad out of fucking trouble, because I was pretty charming. Right? I was pretty charming back then in my little 𝗙ecie pajamas. Dude, I'd go out with a fucking, right? I'd go out there with my fucking encyclopedia and shit and try to charm the cop. Dude, that's how you learn, baby. That's how you learn, right? You got to start young, boss. All right. All right. Are you ready? So, dude, BJ and the Bear, dude, Smokey and the Bandit was a great movie, okay? We used to watch that shit all the time, dude, right? All the time, dude, right? Smokey and the Bandit, I love that. Dude, they had that good song, Eastbound and Down, loaded up and trucking. We're gonna do what they say can't be done. We got a long way to go and a short time to get there. And watch old Bandit run. Dude, remember that? Oh, shit. Dude, I remember that song, dude. Smokey and the Bandit, that was epic. I mean, it was crazy. When your dad's like a truck driver and you see that movie, it almost made your, like, for a moment, my dad was, like, cool. You know what I mean? You know, although my dad was not, you know, Burt Reynolds. He thought he was, but he was more like Burt Reynolds' fucking illegitimate cousin, dude. So shit, right? Oh shit, he had a Burt Reynolds mustache though, my dad did, for sure. And he eventually got a perm too. Dude, crazy. Yeah, Timu Burt Reynolds. Dude. All right. But now guys, let's get into it, baby. Dude, Jerry Reed. Yeah, no, that shit was good. And then the other shit that like my dad was into was like Every Which Way But Loose. Right? Clint Eastwood. That was another one my dad was into with the fucking monkey or whatever. Remember Clyde, I think the monkey's name was or whatever? Dude. All right. So, dude, CPAC, guys. CPAC. Dude, Elf, your CB handle was Elf going to SC. All right, let's go. Let's go, baby. Dude, let's go. Oh, shit. But yeah, no, Burt Reynolds did the fucking centerfold. That's right. Dude, left turn Clyde, right turn Clyde. Dude, yeah, Clyde, the fucking, the monkey, dude. Right? Oh, shit. Dude, let's go. All right. So, dude, we got to look at CPAC. Okay? You ready for this? Look at CPAC, guys. All right? Because this shit is crazy. First off, look at this, guys. Look at this, okay? This is the down detector, of course, for Grindr, okay? Now, I know, guys, a lot of people, like, make this shit up, and they say, oh, Grindr, there's not going to be, you know what I'm saying? Everywhere that, like, CPAC is, or every time there's a TPUSA thing, they say that there's a Grindr outage, and I think people use the same shit. but I actually looked this up today, guys. And look at where the hot spot is, guys. Let me just show this to you. Hold on. We're going to save the image. Okay? But look at this, guys. Look at where the hot spot is. There's one spot that is an epicenter of outage. And you see where that is, guys? You see, can you tell where that epicenter is? Guess where that is? That's roughly Dallas, right? Right? That's about in the Dallas-Fort Worth area. You know where CPAC is in 2026? It's a town called Grapevine, Texas. That's about 12 miles east of Dallas. Isn't that funny? Dude, I shit you not. I went on there, and this is actual, like, thing where there was one massive hotspot of Grindr being down, and it is literally right where CPAC was. Crazy. It is literally, they, like, working overtime for these guys. I shit you not. And, well, who was there today, guys? First off, we had Benny Johnson yesterday going crazy, right, Benny? Oh, yeah, dude. Benny, we had Benny Motel 6 Johnson in the house. He was swinging. Dude, Benny was last night. So that may have triggered like a domino effect of some hardcore CPAC, entertainment. But also today, guys, you know who was there? Was Matt Schlapp. Okay? And there he is. Okay? Look at this. This is Matt Schlapp. All right? Now Matt Schlapp, guys, we all know who Matt Schlapp is, don't we? Matt Schlapp is the guy that is famously known for, like, trying to sex up his assistants, guys. Right? Isn't that crazy? Dude, Matt Schlapp. Schlapp the strap, baby. Strap the schlapp. Dude, he likes to get it on. Okay? He gives a whole new, like, you've heard the song Bang a Gong? Okay, let me just tell you. When you're working for Matt Schlapp, all of the assistants are gongs in Matt Schlapp's eyes. Okay? But dude, he had the single greatest moment of CPAC today was this. Matt Schlapp, hold on, let me get ready for this. All right. Dude, good old Schlappy. Oh, come here, Schlappy. Oh, come on, buddy. Let's go to Benny Johnson's room. Dude, slapping those nuggets, dude. So Matt Schlapp, though, guys, in all honesty, he comes out with the CPAC moment of the fucking, dude, these guys, they're just like, they're so bad at this, guys. They're so bad at this. It's like they're just not aware of anything. Watch this clip here. This is incredible, dude. It just shows you the absolute lack of awareness with these guys, with these fucking cretins, dude.
How many of you would like to see impeachment hearings? No, that was the wrong answer. Let me try it again. How many of you would like to see impeachment hearings? No. Can someone bring some coffee out for the CPAC?
I know.
We've got to keep this House majority. How many of you agree with that?
Dude, he is too embarrassing, bro. He is so embarrassing. Like, tell me that wasn't just as embarrassing as, like, him putting his hand on his male assistant's genitalia in the office. Dude, he comes out and he's like, who wants to hear, right? Who wants to see impeachment hearings? And everyone's like, yeah. And he's like, wait, no, like, we don't want impeachment. Oh, the shit, wrong answer. And then he asks it again and they're like, boo. Dude, they are just so dumb, bro. They are so, like, they have no idea. You know what I'm saying? Like, they don't even know what these guys are talking about. I mean, they do like the word impeachment. Who knows? Maybe they really were cheering because they want to impeach Donald Trump. I mean, Trump is not very popular right now, okay? But again, education is the problem. But guys, now I'm going to show you why the crowd reacted that way, okay? Let me just show you, not to be outdone, okay? Let's go show you why the crowd reacted that way, guys, because when you watch this next clip, you're going to understand why the crowd reacted that way. Okay, because of, I guess I retweeted. So hold on. I have to go look at my fucking posts here because it wasn't my video. I retweeted it. But I'm going to show you why, okay? This is going to explain why the crowd didn't understand what he was talking about, okay? You ready? You ready to see why? Watch this. This woman, guys, oh my God, dude, Maga, let me just warn you, this shit is all too real, all right? This is not AI, what you're about to watch.
He is the president of peace, so this is to bring peace in the area. When this gets taken care of, it's going to be peace, and it's. Well, I believe I'm on True Social. That's the only social media I do, and I believe that he's going to have, bring peace, and it's going to be very short. And he's got a plan. He's a genius, and we trust President Trump. All of us trust President Trump.
Dude, he's a genius. Dude, did you see that? She actually said he's a genius, and the only social media she does is Truth Social. Bro, right? I mean, look at this person. Even this person's like standing there going like, what am I watching? Who is this? Think about that, guys. There are people out there who think Donald Trump is a genius. Bro, how? Like, you know, how? How is that possible? Right? Dude, I want the Obama fucking gif right now. Dude, this one, you ready? Right here, dude. Dude, right? Tell me that's not it, or this one. Dude, there's just no way, dude. Dude, paint chips. Oh my God, dude. Hold on. I gotta take care of a serious. Oh, fuck. That feels good, bro. Watching Obama. Even Obama's like, dude, easy with the noises there, bro. I'm like, oh, fuck. Oh, that back scratch is fucking good, bro. Shh. Don't tell anyone. Don't tell anyone about me and my back scratcher, all right? Don't tell Jenny about me and the back scratcher, okay? I don't want her walking in on the two of us. Oh shit. Oh, dude, I think I may have to put that in the video, boss. Or that may have to be a short right there. Dude. All right, but seriously though, guys, back to reality, okay? Back to reality. This woman thinks Donald Trump is a genius. So if you're wondering, dude, let's go. Dude, Schlapp can pummel me for money. Dude, Schlapp, you mean Schlapp? Dude, Schlapp's gonna fucking Slapping your ass. Let's go, dude. All right, we'll do dance party goal. I saw somebody call for it. Let's go. Let's get it going, dude. Oh shit, dude. Is he gonna snap your ass there, Elf? Would you let him do it for money? Dude, I don't think I'd be game, dude. I think Schlapp is like, dude, not working for me, dude. I just don't think he's attractive, dude, right? Look at him. What a creeper. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Dude. But, so, guys, she actually thinks Trump is a genius. Dude, Ella, Pine Box. Pine Box. Oh, shit. That was good. That was good, dude. Yeah. Isn't that frightening, guys? I mean, think about that. Think about the reality of this. That there are people that really actually think Trump is a genius. If you're wondering, because, I mean, I ask myself, who the hell would vote for this guy after he lies about the election for 4 years? Who would vote for this guy after the insurrection? But it's because these people, they actually think he's a genius. And there's just no way, dude. There is no way, guys. Let's see if we can find some other CPAC greatest hits, bro. Right? Dude, what are we fucking doing, dude? Here's another one, like.
And I love Donald Trump. Is he perfect? No. But I love that guy. I love him. And we'll only have one chance at this. We'll never get another president like Donald Trump. Never.
Dude, these guys are Christians, by the way.
And that's why it's important that we do everything that we can to try to get him reelected.
But dude, he can't run anymore, boss. Franklin Graham, I'm sorry you forgot to take your fucking dementia medication there, buddy. But Trump is done, bro. Okay? Dude, Trump can't run. All right? All right? All right. Let's see. We got Bannon.
To ultimate victory. Don't listen. I don't want to hear talk about the midterm. I don't want to hear talk about 2028.
Oh, here we go.
To ultimate victory. Don't listen. I don't want to hear talk about the midterm. I don't want to hear talk about 2028. There are decades in which nothing happens, and there are weeks in which decades happen. We're in those weeks, one after the other.
Dude, what is he even talking about? Tommy has better hair than all these CPAC morons. I do, Sinful. Let's go. I got some good hair, baby. Oh, let's go. Dude, Bannon, let me just ask you this. Here's what I don't get, guys. How I don't even want to listen to Bannon. And the thing about Bannon, he's talking about decades and weeks and whatever. But dude, this guy was literally like Epstein's fluffer. How the fuck are they even having him on stage, dude? This guy's in like 100 pictures with Epstein. They're like jerking each other the whole time. And yet he's still on stage. What are they doing, bro? Like, honestly. They literally are the party of Epstein, dude. POE, baby. It is not the GOP. It is the POE. Okay? The POE. Now, look at this clip. All right? This is Brendan Carr, okay? The FCC chairman. But look at the shit he says here, dude. Like, they're not even hiding this shit, guys. Okay? They're not. They're, like, right out in the open.
To give you such a shout out.
Look, President Trump, when he ran for office, he ran directly at the fake news media. So many other politicians and Americans simply gave way to the legacy national media. They let the legacy media set the narrative, and President Trump smashed the facade. He said, you don't get to decide what we say, what we think, how we're going to vote inside the voting booth. President Trump took on the fake news media, and President Trump is winning. Look at the results so far. PBS defunded. NPR defunded, Joy Reid gone from MSNBC, Sleepy Eyes Chuck Todd gone, Jim Acosta gone, John Dickerson gone, Colbert is leaving. CBS is under new ownership, and soon enough, CNN is going to have new ownership as well.
Dude, look at that. That is the guy who's in charge of regulating the airwaves, bragging about presumably trying to imply that Trump just is getting a whole bunch of people fired and his friends are buying up all the media companies and like, yeah, he's winning. Winning at what? Trying to be a pocket fascist? Like, bro, this guy, jail cell. Trump, jail cell. Okay? These guys need to be like chained to Bubba for the remainder of their lives after this shit. Absolutely compromised. These guys are the swamp. Okay? They're just telegraphing right out in the open that, like, yeah, we're just here to fucking have Trump, like, get rid of everybody that challenges him. Dude, I'm serious. Criminal charges.
So we're not...
So this is significant.
We're not at the point yet,
Yeah.
of raising the mission accomplished flag, but President Trump is taking on the fake news media, and President Trump is winning.
Dude, we're not at the point yet of raising the mission accomplished flag. Did you hear that? The mission accomplished flag, which is what? That, like, you control all of the media is state media, so they can come on and say, oh yeah, dude, everything's cheaper now. Really? Dude, I just paid fucking $27 for a fucking medium grade steak, and you're telling me it's cheaper. Oh shit, my electric bill just doubled. Thank you. Thank you, Trumpy. Oh, you're welcome. Oh, come touch my prostate. Dude, give me a fucking break, dude. This is why the SAVE Act has to be, like, not go through, okay? Because the SAVE Act is part of this. The SAVE Act is about voter data to Trump's administration and then monthly purges of the voter rolls to make sure that, like, Democrats don't get to fucking vote anymore. That's what it is. That's what it's about. But isn't that wild, guys? They're not even hiding it. And then look who else they got, guys. How? This guy, like, graped a teen who was trying to save money to get braces. Dude, this guy is a criminal, bro. And he's at CPAC, and they have no issue with this. How? How do they have no issue? I mean, obviously, Trump is a rapist, but, like, bro, like, literally, this guy is, dude, what the fuck, bro? Dude, Kilo Charlie, appreciate these streams. Let's go, baby. We love you, boss. Oh! All right, guys. 27, baby. 27 and 22. Thank you, Charlie.
Have every diplomatic tool at his disposal, and I do trust that he knows a great deal more than I do. But a ground invasion of Iran will make our country poorer and less safe. It will mean higher gas prices, higher food prices, and I'm not sure we would end up killing more terrorists than we would create. In Iran...
Oh, dude. Oh my God, the pedo is going against Trump. Look at that. He got some new eyebrows, and now he's out against Trump, decrying the war. So this is a very real problem, though, with MAGA right now, is the fact that they're split on the war, guys, right? I know they're answering polls and saying we trust Trump and shit, but they are split on the war. Okay, they are split on the war, and they're not going to be able to recover. And let me just tell you too, guys, the fact that, like, it doesn't matter, ground invasion or no ground invasion, we're going to get hit this summer by the effects of this thing. There's no way, guys, there's not going to be effects for America. It's just going to be delayed for us. It's going to be delayed. Right, but let's see what the Brent crude is. Still 106, unchanged. Iran is, today, I don't know if you guys have been following the war, but Iran today made warnings, okay? They gave out warnings. I mean, dude, let me just tell you, I gotta hand it to Iran, okay? Because you know how they keep saying they're dirty terrorists and this, that, and the other. And Pete Hegseth says, oh, we don't attack schools, they do. But dude, you know what Iran did today, guys? They like very interesting rules of engagement. They warned everyone. They said every American industrial place, every Israeli industrial business, right? All the steel mills in the Middle East, you have a 4-hour warning, okay? They gave a warning so the civilian workers could get out of those buildings before they targeted them. You know what I'm saying? I mean, dude, you know, this war is stupid, but you got to respect the fact that they're being so above board about it. They're trying to not even kill civilians. You know what I'm saying? Because we're sitting there going up, down, and sideways on all their shit. And like, you know, and they're like, all right, well, we're going to hit back, but we're going to, you know, we're not going to bomb the school like you guys did. You know what I'm saying? Dude, I mean, you know, it's like they're being classy about it. Probably a lot classier than, you know, certainly a lot classier than Donald Trump is capable of being. But guys, this is gonna hit us, boss. Okay? This is gonna hit us. I mean, we're delayed. Okay? It takes a while to get to us. But guys, remember the pandemic, guys. Okay? Let the pandemic be a lesson to you. Those supply chains shut down in 2020 and 2021, and it was a year later that shit, the piper got paid. Okay? This is why it's like gonna be really important, because it's gonna next year at this time, it's gonna hit us. Okay? It is. And they're going to try to blame it. You watch. They're going to lose the midterms, and then they're going to try to blame Democrats for the you know, when the wave finally crashes on us. Dude. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's just going to be, it's just stupid, dude. These guys are just stupid. All right? But look at this, guys. Look at this, bro. This is CPAC, guys.
And I think back into the book of Esther in the Bible.
Dude, look at this. Dude, there's nobody there. Dude, there's nobody there, bro. Nobody. This is like 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18. You know, there's maybe 80, maybe 100 people. Okay? Isn't that wild? I mean, it's not even big. Okay? Look at, you remember how a couple years ago they had this and it was like this huge, like whatever cavernous space? Dude, it's not even big. It's not even a big hall. It's like in a, you know, an open convention hall room. Dude, Gen W, let's go! Isn't that wild? Guys, that is wild, bro. It is, yeah, and withered old crams is a great way of putting it. It's mostly old people, okay? And dude, why are there's like Iran flags, bro? That's crazy. There's like several Iranian flags, okay? Which is wild. I don't know if there's Iranian people there to like thank you, Trump, for hitting Iran, but dude, I see more Iranian flags than I do like American flags, boss. That's fucking wild, dude. All right. Hey, man. Dude, more power to you, dude, right? Right? I mean, diversity comes to CPAC. But isn't that crazy? Dude, this shit is empty. And this shit, though, is not, it's not in a big space, guys. It is, their movement is deeply, deeply suffering. I want to show you something real quick, okay? Let me just show you. There was an article that we passed here. This article right here, dude, from Vanity Fair, okay? That is important, okay? Right? CPAC used to be a rager, okay? It's like falling off, guys, okay? And let me just tell you though, guys, again, I hate to bring this up because I know I keep bringing this up, but Charlie Kirk, okay? This again is whoever pulled the trigger on Charlie Kirk detonated so much of this movement, because this used to be like a TPUSA, right? Charlie Kirk would be there. He would be holding court. He would have a bunch of like frat boys with him. You know what I'm saying? He would, you know what I mean? He like, you know, he would absolutely be energizing the young conservatives. But now they don't have young conservatives anymore. They're draining out. I mean, first off, they got hit by Trump, okay? No jobs, no reduction in prices, no stability. There's a war. Maybe you're going to Iran to fight, right? So they got decimated. Dude, the entry-level unemployment is 13.3%. It's the worst it's been since another Republican president 37 years ago, okay? Brutal. And so the thing is they've lost their like joy boy who is out there rallying the young people, right? I mean, they have Benny Johnson, but Benny Johnson, dude, you saw his speech last night. It was crickets, bro. No young men look at Benny Johnson and think, yeah, man, like I want to go party with Benny. No. I mean, you know, maybe Milo does, but like nobody wants to party with him. So, dude, Trump has wrecked the economy, okay? And there's nobody, okay? There's like nobody to like rally the young conservatives, which used to be what CPAC was about. It used to be this big party for like these young conservative guys. And it's just not anymore, right? I don't know who that is. I mean, that could be him. I think it is. It looks like it says 𝗙𝗪𝗀𝗽, but what a fucking douchebag. But dude, there's just nobody there, guys. Okay? There's like nobody there. Okay? It used to be this crazy party, and it's just not. I mean, it's just not. And to somebody who was asking earlier, dude, these are Iranian flags, boss. Okay? That all of those are Iranian flags that are in the room. Somebody was asking about that. But dude, crazy, isn't it? Dude, it's just beat. Oh my God, dude. There's Mike Lindell, fresh off being served. Dude. Oh. Dude, yeah. They're just so bad, dude. Oh, here we go.
And then we had this question about, is Donald Trump just a man that does amazing things, or is God in the mix? And then we saw what happened in Pennsylvania. What do they say? There's no atheists in foxholes. The man comes off the canvas, stands up with a blood-soaked shirt, and says, "Fight, fight, fight."
Dude.
And the whole world watched that moment.
Dude, nobody's even cheering for this. Dude, they're still living off Trump's fucking ear co-tax. Bro, that was 2 years ago, man. They're like, it's so dead though, guys.
I don't think anybody can doubt that the hand of God is on him, and in this moment, we all share.
Dude, there's not even a lot of applause. Dude, the hand of God is not the hand that is on Matt Schlapp's, young male assistants, like inner thighs, by the way, just so you know, right? The hand that is on Matt Schlapp's, young male assistants' inner thighs is not the hand of God. Dude. Oh my God. But guys, do you see though how nobody's even clapping for this shit? Do you see how dead it is? Dude, Shin Godzilla, let's go, baby. You see how dead that shit is, boss? I'm serious. It is like a fart in church over there. You know what I'm saying? It is like a fart in church. All right, guys, here we go, dude. I'm not gonna get hustled. We got 10 minutes. We need 24 and 10. I've been fucking up the thing. I'm gonna be better about the staying true to the dance party. And smite and strike and smite and strike and smite and strike and strike and strike and sakata, sakata, sakata. Dude, Paula, give me some to believe in, baby. Hey! Dude, let's go. Dude, I bet me and Paula would be good in a band together, boss. We could just be like, hey! Sakatata, sakatata, sakatata. Let's go. Dude, me and Paula, bro. Hey! Dude, she's got a good scream, dude. She does. You know the neighbors like are aware of like what's going on in that house. You kind of want to send Paula your rent money. Don't do it. Dude, so this rock star is the punched and it's the pink stuff and I'm drinking it because it's got 240 milligrams of caffeine per can. So I get pretty high when I drink that shit. All right, guys, we got 8 minutes. Let's go. 8 minutes, baby. 24 and 8. Let's secure this dance party. And then we're going to move on to our next adventure. Dude, CPAC is crazy. Dude, Trump is being very weird. We do have to look at Trump's weirdness. And, dude, we got some other fucking crazy shit, dude. You made my mom speak in tongues. Dude, I hope you brought smelling salts because she's been buried for 5 years, boss. So if you're making my mom do anything, like, more power to you, bro. But I'm not sure you're going to get very far with that one, boss. Bring a shovel, all right? Dude, bring a shovel, you right? Oh, shit. That's why I'm all hyped. No, I'm hyped for a combination of things. I've had 2 videos that are 1 of 10s. The Mariners won, and we have 240 milligrams of caffeine. So, like, we're, I'm hyped. Dude, we got a lot of hype going on. A lot of hype. Dude, let's go, Pinky! Pine Box Dance Party, let's go! Hey! Let's go! Dude, Ella, let's go! Oh, come on! Always seemed hyped. I'm pretty hyped. I mean, I tend toward mania, guys. I have a lot of mania. I'm very manic. So I go on long benders of not getting a lot of sleep and just being filled with this incredibly charismatic energy and nothing can get me down. And then I crash. Jenny and I we're starting to mark on the calendars when I crash to see if there's like a cycle. The last one was like 6 weeks ago or something. But I don't have a lot of depression. I do have a lot of mania. Dude, Pinky, let's go. I have a lot of mania and I engage with it, which means that like when I get manic, I drink a lot of caffeine and I don't fucking sleep a lot. And I just sort of like lean into it. And I do shit that exacerbates the mania because I really like the mania. And I get a lot of shit done during it. So I work it. It took me a long time to it took me a long time to get good at it. Because I also, though, right, have fucking, I can spin my wheels a lot. I can be very distractible too. Pinky, let's go. So I ride that out. If Paul was a band member, you'd have to join. Let's go, dude. Elf, I'm joining. I'm in it. Let's go, dude. Hey! Let's fucking go, baby. When Pine Box happened, how you feel, dude? Well, dude, I can't, like, we're gonna have to be careful when Pine Box happens, because I don't want to get banned, okay? Dude, but I'm gonna be dancing, dude. Tommy and Check, here's my depression. Love you all. Thank you, hello, let's go. Dude, we love you too. Free Rockstars Mania. See, I don't drink like a lot of Rockstars. I normally only have 1 can of Rockstar. On Saturday, I'll have 2 because I play Fortnite, so I have 1 during the day and then I have 1 at night. Piggy Parker, let's go. I'm pretty chill about the Rockstar now. I used to, when I was a bartender, dude, I used to drink like 14 Red Bulls a shift. Okay, I drank a lot of Red Bull. Okay, my manager would buy several extra cases of Red Bull just for me because I drank so many. Every bartending shift, I drink like 10 to 15 cans of Red Bull. And I would just do insane numbers, right? But yeah, I used to get jacked, bro. Oh, shit. I did. I loved it, too. I love it. I love that shit. I mean, but now I'm pretty chill about it. Now I just do 1 Rockstar, maybe 2. But I do like to get down. But would you believe, guys, you ready for this? Check this out. Going as fast as I can. Let's go, Pinky. When my son was 4, okay, from 2009 until 2017, I quit caffeine. I did 8 years of no caffeine from when my son was 4 years old until he was 12. No caffeine for 8 years, guys. Isn't that crazy? None. It's wild, dude. 8 years. Let's go. Dude, 15 Red Bulls will have that ass on the news? No, man. No, I have a really high drug tolerance, guys. You have no idea. Like, let me just tell you, dude, I am like Keith Richards, bro. I'm a survivor. There's no cans of Red Bull are bringing this guy down. Dude, I have a very high tolerance. It's probably not good, but it's like my family, dude. My family is like, we're sort of like cockroaches in a way, dude. We're survival. Play Paula again for those grinder sinners. All right, here we go, Peter. There's Paula. Dude, Pinky, let's go. All right, guys, we got 3 minutes, 13. We're not extending today, though, guys. 2.5 minutes. I gave the full thing. Let's hit it up. Let's secure the dance party. All right? We're getting serious now. And then I'm going to get back on the mission. Let's go, baby. Let's go, dude. Korg, there it is. Let's go, dude. Korg, coming in hot. Pinky, let's go. All right, 11 more. 2 minutes. We got this. 32 years later, still blame NA and NA for your coffee and smoking addiction. Hey, man, at least you're sober, though, right? Dude, let's go. At least you're sober. Dude, there we go. 10. Down to 10. We got this shin. Let's go. Dude, MJ. You are crazy, boss. Let's go. Dude, MJ coming in hot. Let's go, dude. I can't type. There we go. Dude, MJ. Oh, shit. Dude, Nameless Nick. Let's go, baby. Coming in hot, Nameless. Dude, we got Pinky Parker. Dude, we're 1.5 minutes, guys. And we are 7 away, dude. Poofy74 said, did you know Matt Schlapp was accused of sexually assaulting a male Herschel Walker staffer in 2022? Settled out of court, perverts, all of Magas. Yeah, no, Poofy, we know that. We were joking about Schlapp. And about how, like, when his hand is on the inner thigh of his young male assistant, it is not the hand of God. I drank 2 or 3 a night just to practice violin. Let's go, Elf. Dude, let's go, dude. Sleuthing in sandals. Let's go, baby. Dude, Nameless Nick, let's go. We're almost there, guys. 1 minute. And we have 3 left. 3 left. Pinky, let's go. Coming in hot. Here it comes. Hey! 3 more. You have low tolerance? Good for you, though. Good for you. Like, low tolerance is good. Maybe you won't get all messed up. Dude, Steve, thank you, boss. Appreciate you. Dos mas, guys. Dos mas. There it is. 1 more, dude. Nameless Nick. All right, and the last 30 seconds, we need 1 more, and the dance party is secured. Oh! I know it's out there. 2019. Paula White. There it is. Pinky coming in hot. Let's go, dude. Goal activated. Dude, for that, we celebrate. Dude, Nameless, let's go, baby. Dude, Steve, let's go. All right. Dude, there we go. Dude, Jet Soul, Wu-Tang is for the kids. Dude, let's go. Dude, we love the Wu-Tang. Dude, Crawling, let's go. All right. Oh, one more, Paula. Paula, we hear you got 150 milli. Dude, I love that woman. I do. I know she's bad news. But dude, I've always liked the crazy ones. Jenny's right now going, what does that mean? What does that mean? Jenny's a little crazy too. She is. Jenny is good crazy, but she is definitely a little crazy. She's a powerful human being. Oh, let's go. I mean, we all are, right? Everybody knows I'm a little bit nuts. All right. Now, we're back in action, boss. Oh, man. See, look at this, though, guys. You ready? Look at this, though, guys. Here's what I want to talk about, though. This is about MAGA. You ready? Look at this. Watch this MAGA person.
This isn't, what I voted for. What I voted for was domestic policy change at home and, realistic foreign policy. So I'm just hoping we can get it all wrapped up soon. This isn't, what I voted for.
Yikes. Dude, this isn't what I voted for. And guys, that is not an uncommon refrain here at CPAC. Oh, shit. Right? And that's last year. The rest of this is last year's. Dude, what the fuck, bro? Dude, who is that guy? Dude, yeah. This fucking, remember? The fucking dude with the hat? Oh my God, bro. Dude. Well, you know what's funny about this, guys? Here's what's funny. And guys, I've been seeing this. Can I just tell you? It's like this woman, patriotic blonde or whatever. Bro, let me find the reply. Okay, there's a woman. Okay, and we're going to go look at Trump here in a minute. But there's this woman called Patriotic Blonde, okay? And she was like belly aching about Trump, okay? She was belly aching about how, like, this isn't what I voted for. I feel lied to, but watch this, guys. This is insane here. Let me find my tweet. And then we're going to look at a couple Trump clips. Yeah, no, the mustache guy is Iranian. He's like an Iranian Zionist guy, right? He is. He's from Iran, but he's also like a crazy Zionist. He was like all up in Mehdi Hassan's face, if I remember right. Okay? But let me find the woman here, dude, because this is really hard to process. Okay? What this woman fucking said. She's crazy. I think I can just search it. Dude, Tommy and Paula and Elf, dude, that'd be a hell of a band, dude. Let's go, Elf. All right, right here. Look at this post, guys. Okay? This woman is one of these MAGA whatever, right? Dude, they're so funny what they consider themselves. so like an AI picture, and she calls herself the patriotic blonde. We don't even know if it's a woman, okay? You know what I'm saying? We have no idea who these people really are, okay? But she says a constitutional conservative is what she says, right? Unjabbed, unindoctrinated, 1A, 2A, America only. Oh, we love you, AI picture. Dude, constitutional conservative. And she voted for Donald Trump, though, guys. Okay? There is no constitutional conservative that would vote for a president who fucking doesn't even know what the fucking Constitution is. Give me a break. Okay? But look at what she says. She says, I'm a woman. I'm accustomed to men lying to me, which is why I remain single. No, let me tell you, I could give you a laundry list of why you're single, and it's not that, but all right, I digress. All right, but it says, I'm a woman. I'm accustomed to men lying to me, which is why I remain single. I'm a journalist who's covered politics professionally since 2008. I'm accustomed to politicians lying to me. That's just what they do. I don't trust people, which is why I don't associate with many of them. But Trump snuck right in under my radar, man. He made me trust him. I believed him when he said he was different. Never again. Never, never again. And I'm like, bro, like, really? I mean, guys, that's just not believable to me, guys. Okay? Because as I said, I'm glad you woke up, but the motherfucker lied about losing the election for 4 goddamn years. And your dumbass still voted for him? Like, give me a fucking break. Which is true, dude. There's no way you can say Trump snuck in under my radar. He made me trust him. How? By lying about the goddamn election for 4 years? By committing an insurrection and lying about it? By becoming the president and accomplishing exactly 0 of the things he promised in 4 years? By lying about COVID and like telling you to inject bleach and that it was going to be gone in summertime and all that shit? By, you know, saying he wanted to grab him by the pee or cheating on all his wives? Like, give me a fucking break. What on earth did Trump do that made this person trust him? There's no fucking way, bro. Like, you know what I mean? I mean, isn't that insane, guys? To me, that shit is just, I get livid. I get livid when I see this kind of shit. Okay? I do. I get livid when I see this kind of shit, right? And I don't know if she's an actual fucking human being or whatever, right? I don't think she is. Maybe she is. I mean, I don't even know if she's a woman, right? It's so easy to be fake on the internet. I don't see any pictures of her, right? When I don't see pictures of real people on their timeline, I pretty much assume they're just BS. This is totally an AI photo, okay? This shit ain't real, right? Her name is in her @𝗏𝗏. Yeah, I mean, is that a real person, though? 𝗏𝗏. Oh, is this it? Oh, Rebecca Worsham. All right, so is she real? But see, again, it's got like an AI photo, but there's no photo. Oh, there she is. All right, she's real.
One time and be done with it.
Dude, she's got some crazy eyebrows, bro. Holy shit. Dude, she went in and got the Matt Gaetz. She went in and said, I want Matt Gaetz eyebrows, please. Wow. Dude, there's no way, dude. That is crazy. Oh, shit. But guys, okay, so you know what? All right, she's real. But guys, that makes this even worse, dude. The fact that she's real, that makes it even worse, guys. You know, because that means she actually believed Donald Trump.
That I didn't already put this out there, but I honestly.
Dude, no way, dude.
So just posting a real quick response here.
Yeah, posting a real quick response to like you being just not smart, boss. Okay? Not smart, bro. GG's, dude. But seriously, though, dude, what the hell, bro? Like, so isn't that crazy, though, guys? She actually, she bought into Trump, bro. No way, dude. No way. I'll pay for her contact, and we'll make the rest. Dude, Elf is like branching out. I thought you had a woman, Elf, or a significant other. Dude, you're out here like building a harem. Dude, that shit is wild, bro. All right. Moving on. Dude, Elf is definitely trying to smash. Hey, man, it's okay, dude. You got to get in on this shit. Okay, guys, we got to look at some Trump clips, okay? We do. We got to look at, we're going to the RUPAR, all right? And we're going to look at some Trump shit. Dude, I love it. Dude, May Money's in the building. Let's go. May Money, glad you're okay. All right, glad you're good. All right, here we go. All right. We got to find the Trump clips, okay? All right. Dude, you ready? What is this, guys? Watch this.
Thank everybody very much. And I'm asked to take a few questions. And unlike other politicians, they would like the questions screened. I don't ask for screening of the questions. You can ask me anything you want. You can talk sex. You can do whatever the hell you want. I'm here for you.
Dude, did you hear the clapping? Like nobody was clapping. This is a business investment, like a convention, dude. Dude. And he's like, you can listen to the claps, guys. There's like one knee slapper out there. It's probably Stephen Miller clapping to this shit.
Whatever the hell you want. I'm here for you. Thank everybody very much.
Wait, here we go. Hold on.
I don't ask for screening of the questions. You can ask me anything you want. You can talk sex. You can do whatever the hell you want. I'm here for you.
Dude, there's literally one guy. Dude. What the fuck is wrong with this guy? Dude, this is the president of the United States. Okay? You can, yeah. How about if we talk impeachment? Can we do that? Can we talk about impeachment there, buddy? How does that sound? Right? Yeah, here, Matt Schlapp said it.
How many of you would like to see impeachment hearings? No. That was the wrong answer. Let me try it again.
Dude, idiots! Oh my God, bro. Jesus. Yeah, impeachment. But can I show you? Dude, Trump is being weird, guys. His dementia medication is off because look at this shit, dude. Look at what they posted today. This is on the White House account. Curious how American farmers are benefiting right now or exactly how much each state has saved. Onlyfarms.gov. Only Farms, delivering for farmers and rural America. Okay, they're fucking whatever. Social media people are like doing this thing about the farms based on OnlyFans. They're still, you know, pandering to like 19-year-old men. Okay, that's what they're doing. They're making, you know, content, trying to be funny for the young people. But like, guys, seriously, it's not going to work. Those young men, they're pissed. Those young guys are mad, dude. They're over Trump. They're like, war, prices, everything got jacked. You've done nothing. You've lied. Now you know, he's like this crazy Zionist guy. Dude, nobody is into this shit. It's not going to work, man. And what's more, though, 46%, guys, in 2025, farm bankruptcies are up 46%. In 1 year, dude, 46%. Farms have gone up as much as gas has. Or farm bankruptcies have gone up as much as gas has. Dude, brutal. Brutal. But what the fuck is this guy doing? What is this guy doing, dude? There's just something wrong with him, guys. Okay? He's like, his brain is fried, bro. His brain is absolutely fried. Look at this. Look at this one. You ready? This is crazy, dude. Watch this shit.
And in 14 months, we've lifted 3.3 million Americans off of food stamps. That's a record. And Biden and his allies wrecked our country. They wreaked havoc on our economy, and they gave us the worst inflation in American history.
Dude, he doesn't even know how to read the speech, but lifted, guys. They lifted. Really? Where'd you lift them? You know, where did you lift them? Right? I mean, guys, yeah, no, they kicked him off. Lifted. Give me a fucking break. They also lifted 160 Iranian girls, you know, from a grade school too in Iran, right? Right? They lifted them. Jesus. What is he even talking about, bro? They literally just kicked 3.5 million people off. Those people are now in debt or going hungry, empty cupboards. You know, I mean, there's not even a decent amount of jobs, dude. They lost jobs, okay? Like for the entire year of 2025, I think they lost like 92,000 jobs. Seriously, it was a negative job market, bro. Brutal. Just brutal, man. People are getting brutalized. Jesus, dude. Bro.
But they have to open it up. They have to open up the Strait of Hormuz. Excuse me for this. I'm so sorry.
Dude.
Such a terrible mistake. The fake news will say, he accidentally said, no. There's no accidents with me, not too many.
Oh, the only accident with me is in my diaper. Oh, stinky. Dude, look at him though, guys. He's like, he is crashing out. May Money said, this has gotten beyond exhausting. This dude is straight tripping. Did that lady just plug her brain back in the other day or what? Sheesh. Dude, yes. Crazy. Dude, I'm 42 in July and she's 39. Paula is okay with us. All right, dude, Paula. Dude, Elf's on the Paula hunt. Dude, I hope you reel her in, boss. Bring her home, baby. Bring her home. But dude, he's like, you notice how he's, I feel like we're watching his crash out like in real time. Because, guys, I'm going to be honest. I think 5 years ago, right? 6 years ago, 7 years ago, he could pull off shit like that, being sort of outrageous, and he was like edgy and you know, used to like kind of be had a bravado about it, that he used to be able to say that shit and everyone would eat it up. But now you have like Epstein's a hoax. You got a war. You got, oh, your utility bills are going to be cut in half, blah, 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 blah. There's no jobs. The economy has crashed. Tariffs have fucked everyone. Nobody's into him anymore. Like you hear him, he's sitting there talking and nobody in the crowd is even responding. Everyone in the crowd is like, Jesus, dude. They're like, I don't know what to do. Do we leave? Do we stay here? Do we call, you know, a hotline or something? Do we call his children and tell them to come and get him? Like, he is damaged, bro. He is crashing out. I mean, this one in particular is like so evident because he's trying to be funny so hard. Like he's trying to be his edgy, you know, whatever old school bravadoed self, but there's like nothing in the tank, man. There is nothing in the tank. The people in the room are just like, they're, you know, people in the room are like looking at each other, wondering like, what do we do? Right? What do we do? They're like, waiter, Can I get a double, please? Please, just give me some liquor over here. Bro. Right? It's fucking crazy. Right? What is the logo? I don't know what the logo is. Right? I don't know what that is.
And answers. A really good friend of mine, the president of FIFA, Gianni Infantino, and Johnny is great.
Dude, the president of FIFA.
You know, when I didn't get the Nobel Peace Prize, you got to understand, I don't care.
Yeah, you do.
Norway has looked so credible. I stopped 8 wars. I even stopped India and Pakistan. And they were going at it for a week. They had 9 planes already shot down. They were in a war. I stopped them. You know how I stopped them?
For a week? I mean, how is that a war in a week if Iran has been a month and it's not a war? Like, you see him, he's fucking... Dude, what an idiot.
If you keep fighting, I'm going to put a 250% tariff on each one. No, you cannot do that. I said, I'm doing it. All right, we won't fight anymore. That's how I stopped them. I used tariffs to stop. You ever hear of anything like that? It was too much for them to bear.
Dude, it's like watching a human being in a car crash in slow motion where it's just like, dude, this is the president of the United States having a fucking mental breakdown at a podium. You know what I'm saying? Like, literally, this is like the scene in the movie where somebody goes out there and does this shit and everyone's looking around and then they lead him away from the podium. Next thing you know, it cuts to him in a fucking getting like some fucking, Thorazine or some shit. And they're just like, it's going to be okay. Dude, many people in the 90s with Clinton, let's go. Dude, what is he doing, bro?
But they were going to be in a war. And the prime minister, actually a great guy, the prime minister of Pakistan said President Trump saved 30 to 50 million people, 2 nuclear countries. Would have happened.
Dude, 30 to 50 million people. Yes. Oh, dude. Like, yo, homie. Seriously, the cognitive, like, what the fuck, bro? And like, bro, this is the genius, by the way, from that woman at CPAC, dude. He is delusional. Delulu.
I mean, if I don't get the Nobel Prize for Peace, nobody will ever get it. I didn't get it. I'm not surprised.
Dude, he literally just bombed Iran for no reason, dude. He kidnapped the leader of Venezuela and he threatened all of our allies. Dude, Denmark was sending troops to Greenland, getting ready to bomb the airports. And this guy's like, dude, they won't give me the Nobel Peace Prize. Dude, like, bro, it is just, watching him is like, how is this guy not 25th Amendmented? You know what I'm saying? Like, what?
I didn't get it. And the person that got it was shocked. She's a wonderful woman, too, by the way. And she said, no, I don't deserve it. President Trump does. Nobody deserves it. Nobody ever does. I stopped 8 wars, Yasser. Do you know what that is? 8 wars. You didn't stop 8 wars. You started 8 wars, Yasser. I stopped 8 wars. But it was a little...
Name them, Trumpy.
Early, because in all fairness, it was for the year before, right? It was for 24. But still, you thought they would have made an exception. But they didn't do that. You watch what happens. But it was sort of amazing. So she was so nice, and she actually came to the White House, and she presented me with her award.
Yeah.
She's a wonderful woman. But stopping wars is, I think, is my... it's the best. I think I do it the best. I stopped wars that nobody thought. President Putin called me. He said, I can't believe you stopped this one and this one, which are impossible. Azerbaijan.
Yeah, oddly enough, he can't stop the Putin war. That's weird for him to bring up Putin, right? Yeah, Putin called and said, you're such a great war star. Dude, he is like brain dead.
wars that nobody thought. President Putin called me. He said, I can't believe you stopped this one and this one, which are impossible. Azerbaijan, it was an impossible war to stop. We stopped it. But we also have a man who's probably good at stopping wars. I know he's good at being a tough guy. He is a tough guy. He's been very tough on crime, and he's done a great job. Miami Mayor Francis Suarez is here.
Dude, what? Oh my God, bro. Isn't that crazy? Isn't that crazy? Isn't that insane, guys? By the way, can I just tell you, he mentioned the Miami mayor. Listen to this here at the end.
Good at stopping wars. I know he's good at being a tough guy. He is a tough guy. He's been very tough on crime, and he's done a great job. Miami Mayor Francis Suarez is
Miami mayor? No. Trumpy. Former Miami mayor. Because the current Miami mayor is a Democratic woman named Eileen Higgins, okay, who made history, okay, right, as the mayor of Miami. Isn't that funny? Right? Like, dude, even when he's talking about the mayor of Miami, he's leaving out that Democrats flipped Miami, dude, the first Democratic mayor in like forever, dude. Dude, he is so zonked, bro. Right? He is so zonked. The guy is like, dude, he is just fucking gone, dude. Dude, he is just gone, guys. Mar-a-Lago is in Palm Beach, okay? And Palm Beach, though, their state representative just won by a Democrat, too. So Palm Beach is now that district. Palm Beach County is Democratic as well. But Palm Beach is quite a bit north of Miami. I mean, not like Jacksonville north, but Miami's way down on the southeastern edge, and Palm Beach is up, by Boca is up a little bit north of that. But dude, he is fucking fried, bro. Dude, Elf, let's go. Name everyone who's won the Nobel medal. I cannot. But dude, Trump is fucking, dude, he's fried, bro. Like his brain is gone, dude. Gone. Dementia Don says he doesn't care about not getting a Nobel Prize, but yet he can't stop talking about not getting a Nobel Prize. Yes, Poofy. Shake my head too. I mean, ain't that the truth, guys? That he says it really doesn't matter, and yet every time he gives a speech, he talks about the Nobel Prize for about 3 minutes. Every single speech. But it doesn't matter. But dude, his brain is fried. Like seriously, his brain, his dome is like fried, boss. It is like somebody's in there with trying to hotwire a car, bro. And they just burned out the circuits, dude. Just burned the fucking circuits. Okay? He's just crisp. But I can't really watch any more of him. We got to move on. We got to move on to Joe the Rogue Rogan. Oh man, isn't that wild, dude? He is so crunchy. I mean, guys, I'll be honest. Part of me, I've been watching a lot of Trump, obviously, since 2024. We've watched a ton of his rallies and shit. And so I've always thought, oh, this guy's stupid. This guy's slow. This guy's a little whacked out. But it's beyond that. He's actually, his frontal lobe is just off now. He is, talking about people that aren't even in the jobs they're having. He's mixing people up, mixing events up. He's mixing sometimes years up or things that happened or didn't happen. I mean, he's really actually, his brain is cooked in a way that, like, he's not all there. He is not all there. Sometimes he is for like a minute, but like most of the time he's just in fucking la la land, man. He is, oh, what do you mean cognitive? I took cognitive. Oh, wait, I'm shitting my diaper. Oh, Melania. Oh, where's the mirror, Miami? Dude, he is just cooked, bro. Oh, shit, dude. Cognitive, bro. Dude, it is like, dude, it is rough. It is rough to watch, boss. You know, it is like rough to watch, bro. And guys, you know what's so funny is I used to be worried that he's going to be hard to get out of office, but now I'm not sure about that. I think you'll be able to just tell him, like, dude, there's a rally. We're flying you to a rally, the 2028 rally. You're going to just put him on the plane and take him to an airplane hangar, and there doesn't even have to be anybody in the room. Just turn the mic on, and he's going to go up there and start telling stories, and you can start bringing his belongings, like, off the plane. Just have his shit packed up, bro. Just leave him in the hangar, dude. He's going to have no idea what's going on, dude. Just make sure there's a TV camera with a red light on. He'll start yelling at the fake news media and shit. Dude, this guy is going to be the easiest dude to get out of office that, like, you've ever seen, bro. Gonna take like 5 minutes, dude. Dude, he will have no idea. He won't even know. You can tell him it's 2027. You got another year, boss. Your term's not over. We haven't even had the election yet. He'll be like, oh, okay. Dude, I stopped 16. Dude, seriously. This guy is cooked, bro. Oh my God, dude. Absolutely cooked. Dude, I want to see what this is, though. What is this? Oh, that's all right. Never mind. All right. Oh, shit, boss. All right. So I want to look at this Rogan clip, okay? Because this Rogan clip, I think, is interesting, guys. Okay? Because now, I want to be very clear here, okay? That I don't trust Joe Rogan, okay? I don't think Joe Rogan is like on our side. You know what I'm saying? I don't think Joe Rogan is trustworthy. He's largely responsible for us being in this mess, okay? And I've said this before. We all know his bullshit interview with Trump. He caught him in the election lie. And he let it happen. He didn't call him out, even though he knew he had Trump dead to rights in the election lie. Dude, Steve, go shoot. Let's go, baby. Thank you for the membership, boss. Okay, so Rogan, Theo Von, Andrew Schultz, they're all total snakes. I don't trust them. I don't believe them. I don't think for a minute that they're not going to fuck us over the next chance they get, okay? But he is a barometer, okay? And what he's a barometer of is he is a barometer of Trump's political toxicity, okay? And for that, I think Rogan is actually a very reliable barometer that shows us how politically toxic Trump is, okay? Where as Trump gets more and more toxic and as Trump's movement starts to splinter and fall apart, Rogan is like being like, oh yeah, now's the time to like start laughing at them. And he's kind of doing it with a lot of this shit. He was making fun of Erica Kirk the other night. He's been questioning the immigration shit. He's been questioning the war. And he is now like showing us all that Trump has become politically toxic to the point of where these big voices are now, they're distancing themselves. They're not necessarily like, oh, fuck Trump, we hate this guy, but they're putting like arm's length between them and Trump, because now Trump is not just, has he lost his power and his pizzazz, but he's actually become politically toxic. He has, dude. He is now like the next stage, I think, is going to be him endorsing people and people going and campaigning and not even mentioning Trump's name. Okay. I shit you not. We're probably going to see some of that where we're going to see people just like not even mention Trump, even though he's endorsing them. It's coming. I guarantee we'll see it in the 2026 election. But so this clip right here, I think is pretty funny because it shows you how far, like in 1 year, guys, it's only been 1 year. And Trump is already toxic, dude. He's already like a stain.
The phrase "Make America Great Again." I don't care. Then
but
fine.
That phrase sucks. Here's the thing. Like, first of all, America is great. Make America greater, I'm down. But make America great again, and then it becomes a movement of a bunch of fucking dorks, because a lot of them are dorks. A lot of them, these really weird, fucking uninteresting, unintelligent people that have got something they cling to. And there's a lot of people that are just real, genuine patriots. And they're all lumped into this one group, and you got to accept the dorks, too. Fuck that.
Yeah. The phrase.
Dude, now, I know it is pretty funny to see Joe Rogan like calling somebody a dork, right? That is pretty funny, okay? Having Joe Rogan call people dorks is pretty funny. But, dude, he's like trashing the whole movement now. He's like making fun of MAGA now. Now, guys, why this is significant, okay? Why this is significant is not like Rogan's not turning. Rogan, whatever, dude, he's unreliable. He's a lie. And yes, he did vote for him, but he voted for the tax cut. But the thing about this, why it's significant, is two major reasons. Number one is you can see that there's no heir apparent, okay? There is nobody taking over the MAGA movement where people are now just shredding it, okay? Tucker is shredding it. Nick Fuentes is shredding it. Joe Rogan is shredding it. You know, Andrew Schultz has been shredding it. You have Marjorie Taylor Greene is shredding it. I mean, people are coming out of the woodwork and they are just absolutely tearing down the movement. Candace Owens has been shitting on it. So there is nobody in line, okay? The movement itself is a dumpster fire, okay? Which is good, okay? I mean, we're still going to go through some pain, but now it's just a dumpster fire that we can pick apart the carcass. That's number one. But number two, guys, is monkey see, monkey do, okay? And the fact of the matter is whether we like it or believe in it or buy it, there's a whole bunch of like dudes that listen to Rogan. And if Rogan says MAGA are dorks, they're going to start thinking, yeah, MAGA are dorks. Yeah, those guys are dorks. Matt Walsh, dork, right? Nick Sortor, dork, right? Oh, Eric Doherty, yeah, those guys are all dorks. What a bunch of fucking dorks, right? I'm telling you, they're going to set the tone. They're like monkey see, and now like a bunch of monkeys are going to do, man. And I think that is significant as well, because this is happening simultaneously while CPAC is filled with a bunch of 90-year-old women, right? So, dude, there's no young people at CPAC. There's no party. You have Benny Johnson out there trying to be cool, saying, let's outbreed them. Like, have kids when you're 19. And all the 19-year-old dudes are like, bro, I can't even get a job. And you're telling me to have kids? Like, fuck you. And then they put on Joe Rogan, and Joe Rogan's like, those guys are dorks. And then they're like, yeah, dude, you're right. Benny Johnson is a fucking dork, dude. Right? And like, dude, JD Vance, total fucking dork. Bro, he's so awkward. Dude, JD Vance is like the most awkward person out there. So, yeah, I think this is a huge sign, again, of like Donald Trump is just now, not only has he lost his power, but Donald Trump is just, he is politically toxic. Like him and his movement are now becoming like, yeah, they're becoming uncool, which is the kiss of death, bro. The absolute kiss of death. Dude, Musk is a total dork. Dude, did somebody say Elon Musk is not a dork? Bro, dude, you see this shit? You want to see something, dude? Look at this. This isn't real, but still, dude, look at this shit. Oh, fuck, dude. It's funny. It's not real, but it's funny. Dude, he went to the barber and said, give me the Kim Jong-un, right? Oh, shit, bro. Oh, dude, give me the Kim Jong. Isn't that wild? Dude, I'm telling you guys, they are sinking. Like watch this, guys. Speaking of dorks, I know we were talking about dorks, but watch this, dude. JD Vance and Nick Shirley, there's a video clip of them, okay, talking to each other. Let me find the clip, okay? Right here, dude. All right. So here's what I want you to pay attention to on this. It's Nick Shirley interviewing JD Vance on the anti-fraud task force. Okay. But now, guys, for a moment, forget about what they're saying. Just watch JD Vance. Watch his body English. Watch him become aware of like, he doesn't know what to do with his hands. And he just doesn't know how to stand while Nick is asking him these questions. Watch his body English. It is wild, guys. He is like an actor in a theater performance that's having a bad trip. Okay, the first thing that happens when actors get in their head, they don't know what to do with their hands, and it just becomes a shit show. But watch this, guys.
Now that we have the fraud task force here inside the United States, what will you guys be doing different than something that we haven't done before to tackle fraud here?
Well, two really big things, Nick. So the first of all is we're going to be coordinating across the government in a way that's really never been done before to focus on anti-fraud. So let's say, for example, that 𝗙ecie𝗶𝗆 or somebody at the Secretary of Treasury's office sees a fraudulent payment made, but it's not, it's not at the Treasury Department, it's at the Center for Medicare and Medicaid. There's going to be coordination now so that when one person in the government sees fraud happening, they're actually telling everybody else so that we can get to the root of it and hopefully prosecute it. And that leads me to my second point, and maybe the most important is we've never before within the Department of Justice had a committed anti-fraud task force, a committed Attorney General who's focused on the fraud issue. What our new AAG Focus on Fraud has told me
you see those weird cuts? They're cutting it and doing like multiple takes. You see that? That's now twice they've cut with him just standing there talking. Nick Shirley's looking at the camera person.
We don't even prosecute fraud that's under $1.5 million, which means there's a lot of fraudsters who never get caught, who never get punished. We're changing that too.
So there's people who are making $1.5 million committing fraud, and they used to not be prosecuted. When can we expect to see prosecutions take place, for instance, for example, like the Lears at the Leering Center?
So we just got AAG, our new AAG, confirmed. He hasn't even been sworn in yet. I'll swear him in next week, actually. And look, I think the plan is we got to start doing prosecutions as quickly as possible. These cases take a little while to build. You've got to investigate. You've got to gather evidence. But now that we have that guy set up, now that we have Colin McDonald set up, I think in a matter of months, we should be seeing a significant ramp up in the number of prosecutions that we're seeing.
Awesome. Dude. Thank you very much.
Of course. Good to meet you, man. Thanks for all your hard work.
Dude, he's so awkward. And another thing, though, guys, is look at his feet, bro. Is this guy have like size 16 shoes or what, bro? Look at those feet, dude. Dude, his feet are like, they're like 2 feet long, bro. They're like clown shoes, you know? And Nick Shirley is like, I don't know what he's doing, bro. They are so strange. No, he's not wearing the 𝗏𝗏𝗡𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏 I honestly don't think those are the 𝗏𝗏𝗡𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏. I honestly don't. I think those, I think he has his own shoes. Dude, he's so awkward. I mean, this is just like, it's a weird body English for a guy wearing a suit doing an interview, right? The Superman pose. Bro, it's very strange, dude. It's very strange, dude, with his, he's like, oh, what do I do? All right, let me put my hands on my hips. Dude.
Now that we have the fraud task force.
It's so funny. Dude. Dude, he is so cooked, bro. Okay? He is cooked, boss. Okay? Just absolutely cooked, bro. Oh my God, dude. What is going on with these guys? Look at Nick Shirley, dude. Look at these people, bro. Like, look at him. I mean, I don't want to be all fucking judgmental and shit. And like, you know, but I'm going to be. It just seems like some of these guys are like they have learning disabilities that they never took care of, you know? You know what I'm saying? Sure you do. You know? I mean, I don't want to give disabled people a bad name, though, because they're out there, like, doing it. But these guys, there's something, like, very wrong with them. And, yeah, this guy is, like, their huge new guy. And I just don't think it's a long-term solution, okay? You know what I'm saying? It is not a long-term solution. And I saw somebody in there say, that, you know, I saw somebody in there say that, you know, looks shouldn't matter. And, you know, the thing about this is looks shouldn't matter, but they do. They do. And not like looks like you have to look like Brad Pitt. You don't have to be good looking. You don't have to be some perfect thing. But you it's like the job of a president is like you're the person who delivers comfort to people, okay? Right? And so you have to have a certain amount of charisma to be a spokesperson for a nation, to be right? Like if you're going to stand up in front of the room, you don't have to be good looking, but you have to be confident and you have to inspire like stability and like, I got you. Like, don't worry, like ride with me and it's going to be okay. I got you. I know you're stressed. I know you're worried. I know you're like, everything's falling down right now, but trust me, I'm leading the ship. I'm not going to leave you behind, right? There's a certain level of like confidence that you have to inspire in people to be able to let them know that when the shit's going down, they're going to be okay and you got their back. And like these guys look like they don't even know how to speak. You know what I'm saying? Where it's like you're not like JD Vance does not inspire confidence. It's kind of like when he talks, it's like a quarterback that every time he drops back, you're worried he's going to throw an interception. So the minute the ball leaves his hand, you're just kind of like, oh, good, it didn't get intercepted, right? That's what JD Vance is, where he's just every time he throws the ball, you think it's probably going to be a turnover. You know, just no, like there's no chutzpah to him whatsoever, man. It's just like, wow, is he going to be able to talk without being offensive? Right? I mean, I look at JD Vance and I literally just see him like humping a couch, dude. Every time he speaks, I'm like, yeah, dude, This guy, I'm totally just picturing him like sliding on the leather, dude. I'm like, please turn it off, boss. Right? Just turn it off, okay? Yeah. Dude! Just so
now
funny.
That we have the fraud task force here inside the United States. What will you guys be doing different than something that we haven't done before to tackle fraud here?
Well, two really big things, Nick. So the first of all is we're going to be coordinating across.
Dude, two really big things. Oh, shit, dude. Yeah. Yeah, and Rail Yard said something, knowing who you are and what you stand for. You know what I think it is, guys? I think it is like they stand for nothing, okay? That's really what it is. All of these guys stand for nothing. You know, I mean, even Nick Shirley, he's talking about fraud. Like, dude, where's the Florida investigation? We have Medicare. We have Medicaid. Florida's like the #1 retirement state. Already $2 billion in fraud from Rick Scott. There's so much fraud in Florida. Why are you not investigating Florida, man? Like, seriously. Oh, because it's not about the fraud, because you don't stand for anything. They're literally just trying to tarnish Gavin Newsom, okay? They're trying to right? The same way that they tried to tarnish Tim Walz, right? Because they don't stand for anything. I mean, if they cared about fraud, they'd have an issue with Donald Trump pardoning every fraudster under the sun, man. You know, these guys stand for nothing, bro. They don't stand for anything, okay? Nothing, bro. Nothing. They stand for absolutely nothing.
Have you been living in the neighborhood for a long time?
Yeah.
And did you ever see any really rich and powerful people go inside this building?
You want to know who I saw going in there? Everyone you've heard about.
Really?
Yeah.
Can you name any names?
Yeah, you know them all from the newspaper.
Did you see Bill Clinton going there?
Who?
Bill Clinton?
Yep.
Bill Gates?
No.
Trump?
Yep. I think of the other ones. Andrew.
Prince Andrew. You saw Prince Andrew going there. And what do you think actually happened inside of this home?
All the most terrible things you can think of those.
And what do you think the truth is about the Epstein files?
Well, someone has them. Yeah. Maxwell probably would be the best source.
Someone has them!
Would you support Donald Trump if he were to give her a pardon to let her spill all the information?
No. Because, I mean, she's out of jail. She was definitely his partner. I believe that.
And so you've seen people like Prince Andrew, Trump, the Clintons, a lot of other people walk inside this building.
Yeah, well, you knew it. You know, they all come with security guards who park here or stand out here, so you can't miss it. And I saw plenty over the years. This is a long time ago now.
Dude, she had no problem saying Trump. Did you see when he said Bill Clinton and she's like, who? At first I thought, oh my God, dude, we're about to go south. But then she pulled it together.
Before we knew what was going on, this young girls. I mean, young.
How old
teenagers.
were the girls that you saw go in?
Well, because they were coming from schools. They were coming from public schools.
Really?
So they were high school age.
Wow, so you saw a bunch of high schoolers going inside here.
You could tell. I always come this way home, and you'd cross the street, and maybe on the far corner would be two girls. Now, don't get nervous. It's going to be all right. He's really a nice man. You know, he promised people that didn't know people like this exist in a gorgeous house like this. They didn't know he was going to abuse them. He said, oh, you're so beautiful. You know, when you get out of high school, I'm going to get you a modeling job. I'm going to set you up. And, you know, he promised them all kinds of things, and they unfortunately believed it.
Now, it's funny, though, okay? Because, like, you know, I mean, she obviously lives in the neighborhood and whatnot, and who knows? I mean, some of that is true. I'm sure some of it is her just, you know, she's on camera and she's living it up. But dude, she said Trump, she said Trump, she said Trump, right? She said she was all in on the Trump, boss. Like, and very not shy about the Trump. She did not, though. She did not out fucking, Bill Gates. Oh, I believe that she saw things. I'm sure she saw things. I'm sure a bunch of people saw shit in the neighborhood. You know what I'm saying? There's no way you didn't if you lived in that neighborhood. I mean, you guys, no, let me just tell you, like, those of you, if you've been to New York, you know that, like, they walk their neighborhoods, okay? Especially, like, the old people, dude. They walk, okay? They do. They walk. Like, they walk. They're super nosy. I mean, it is, like, you're very nosy in New York because that's how, like, the blocks stay safe, okay? It's like people are very honed in on their block, and you watch your neighbors coming and going. If you're retired or whatever, they're watching everybody, dude. It's like real gossipy. Like, it's kind of like, especially you get into the Upper East and the Upper West sides, and it is very retirement home kind of vibe. Okay, it is. I absolutely believe she saw shit, without a doubt. But you don't put two and two together. You know what I'm saying? You don't like jump to that conclusion and shit. But dude, yeah, Nick Shirley, he's an idiot, dude. He just doesn't know what the fuck he's doing, boss. You know what I'm saying? He does not know what the fuck he's doing. Dude, they are not bringing our best, guys. They are not. Dude, Maga is not bringing their best. Absolutely not. Okay? Absolutely not. All right, but last but not least, okay, we do have to talk a little bit about Kash Patel. Dude, what the fuck is going on, bro? Oh, Nick is an absolute grifter. Okay? Nick Shirley is just paid to create online narratives. Okay? That's it. I mean, a lot of his shit isn't even honest. Like with that UPS store in San Diego where he's like, oh, there's 40 people registered here. And it's like, dude, there's apartments above the UPS store. You fucking liar. But dude, Kash Patel, okay, homie got hacked, bro. Dude, look at this shit, okay? This is crazy. Guys, this is crazy. The director of the FBI had his personal Gmail account hacked, which means, guys, they got his, and Gmail, that means they have his Google account. That means they have his password manager. That means they have, like, who knows what passwords, right? Because these guys, they're not like super smart about that shit. Remember how they were using Signal and shit, not even in a skiff? That means, guys, they probably have government passwords. Who knows how many times he was in his Google account when he logged into some government shit on a regular web browser. I mean, bro, talk about like getting Munson. What a bunch of idiots. Okay, so Iran-linked hackers from the Handala group tied to Iran's MOIS just released personal photos of FBI Director Kash Patel, including him smoking cigars, plus an old resume stolen from his private Gmail account. So guys, they hacked his shit, and then they released the photos with their watermark on it. Dude, this is the director of the FBI, boss. And so they release photos of him with this car, right? They release a photo of him sniffing a cigar. They put their fucking watermark on it. Dude, what is this photo, for starters? Like, why is this photo, like, how is this guy the director of the FBI? I'm sorry, dude, but like, why is the director of the FBI taking this fucking photo, dude? What the fuck is going on, bro? There's one of him in an Islanders jacket. Okay, dude, I'm going to give him the Islanders. My kid likes the Islanders. My kid lives in Brooklyn right now. But, dude, he's just in his office posing. Hey, guys. Hey, guys. Dude, I mean, What is this guy doing, bro? This is the director of the FBI? Dude, I mean, how much blow? What is this guy doing, right? Yeah, isn't that weird, dude? The fucking whatever, the watermark is crazy. So they're releasing all these pictures from Kash, okay? They have published his entire inbox, okay? He's got a house in India. We're finding out that this guy has a home in India, like the director of the FBI, his business shit, his travel history, all of this shit. They're just releasing all this stuff, guys. They're like pictures of him with babies. Like, what the fuck is going on, dude? I believe that there's like some gooning accounts going on. I don't want to get into it here on YouTube, but I have seen people on Twitter posting what looks like him having like hub accounts and shit like that. Like homie's got, dude, the director of the FBI, I think, has gooning accounts, guys. I shit you not. And they're releasing it. This is not like, I mean, this guy is not well, dude. Seriously, dude, something is very wrong with the man, okay? Something is very, very wrong with this guy. They're releasing all of this shit, okay? They are. Dude, there are, you know, he had a mind body account that was pretending to be a female, okay? He was registering as some of these accounts as pretending like registering as a different gender and shit. I mean, some weird stuff is going on with him, bro. Okay. There's a, you know, certain videos accounts. He had an account called Spider Cash, bro. Dude. Now, guys, I try to be positive about this, okay? Because I realize that, holy shit, we have like the director of the FBI is like completely incompetent, can't even keep his Gmail account like clean. Because guys, listen to me, okay? You can't log in. If somebody logs in and shit, like Google's like, yo, you gotta go into the YouTube app on your phone and fucking, was this you? I mean, Google's got some layers of security, boss. Let me just tell you, if I log in on a second computer in my fucking home, I'm getting my YouTube account pinged and I gotta go click on some shit and enter numbers. Like, dude, this shit is like, like, dude, if somebody's breaking into your Gmail, bro, you know. Dude, homie is fucking like, I don't know what he's doing, bro. And again, there's nothing wrong. Like, guys, here's the deal, okay? You're the head of the FBI. You want to look at some adult content? Sure, open an incognito browser and go ahead. But if you're the head of the FBI, you should not have an account on fucking the hub that you're like probably watching from a government computer. Like, what the fuck are you doing? You don't need an account to go surf on this shit. Like, just open an incognito browser and go to town, dude. Why does this guy have accounts? Why is this guy the head of the FBI leaving a trail, dude? Like, that to me is like the sign that this guy's not competent, bro. But I like to look at the positive side. So here's what I was saying, guys. You ready? Right here, dude. You ready for this? I think this is a money tweet, dude. Okay, let me find it. Absolute money tweet right here. Okay. But it's true, right? Maybe if we play our cards right, Iran is going to release the Epstein files. I think there's a shot, actually. I do. I think there's a legitimate shot that we are going to get the Epstein files. It's just going to come from Iran, dude. If we play this right, I think maybe they're going to release them, dude. Iran, if you're listening, we do want to see the files, boss. We're totally open to this, baby. I'm serious. I think everyone in America would be advocating for a beneficial outcome for you guys if you do us a solid here. Okay? You have the opportunity to do us a solid. And we know they can. They've already picked apart his Gmail, dude. Come on, baby. Let's do this. All right. Now, dude, we have to do we're going to end with one last Trump thing, okay? Guys, you ready? This, I think, might be the moment of honesty, dude. Okay? This might be the most honest that I've ever seen Trump, dude. Okay? I'm telling you right now, guys. You know what I'm saying? This is the most honest. Sometimes, Trump decided to come out of the woodwork today, and he decided to actually give us a moment of straight up honesty. And after you see this, guys, I gotta respect it. Okay? This was him. He actually came out and told the truth, guys. Are you ready? Watch this. There's no truer thing. Dude, Donnie, we know when you're telling the truth. We can feel it, boss. Here we go.
Missing right now. What is missing in leadership?
Well, it's winning. You got to win. I've watched a lot of people, leaders, great leaders. And, the one thing about sports is you break it down into, a 2-hour period, something nice. You don't have to wait a lifetime to find out if somebody a winner or a loser. You got a lot of losers, mostly losers, fortunately. It's a good thing to have a lot of losers. I always like to hang around with losers, actually, because it makes me feel better. I hate guys that are very, very successful and you have to listen to their success stories. I like people that like to listen to my success.
Missing right now.
Dude, isn't that crazy? I like to hang out with losers because I don't want to listen to their success stories. I like people who listen to my success stories. And then you think about all those times where he has a cabinet meeting and he goes around the circle and everyone's just like, you're so great. Dude, he just threw everybody under the bus. Dude, I mean, bro, all I could think about when he said that, the first thing that came to my mind, guys, was this, boss. Immediately, the minute he said that, I was like, I thought of this right here, dude. Right? Remember? There it is, dude. He's like, I like losers. I just like hanging out with losers. Dude, in one fell swoop, he just threw his entire administration, everybody right under the bus. Isn't that crazy? The way yes, I like hanging out with losers. I really hate guys with success stories. I like to hang out with losers who just want to talk about my success. Bro, look at him though, dude. Dude. Oh yeah, bro. Dude. Just dude. So good. Bro. I like hanging out with losers. Losers. Oh my God. I want to hear that again, dude. I want to hear it again, boss. Oh my God, dude. All right, I'm seeing if we find a longer one. I guess not. I guess that's all we're going to get. But there it is, dude. The question was about like leadership. What do you see missing in leadership?
Missing right now. What is missing in leadership?
Well, it's winning. You got to win. You know, I've watched a lot of people, leaders, great leaders. And, you know, the one thing about sports is you break it down into, you know, a 2-hour period, something nice. You don't have to wait a lifetime to find out is somebody a winner or a loser. You got a lot of losers, mostly losers, fortunately.
Fortunately.
A lot of losers. I always like to hang around with losers, actually, because it makes me feel better. I hate guys that are very, very successful and you have to listen to their success stories. I like people that like to listen to my success.
Dude.
Losers, mostly losers, fortunately. It's a good thing to have a lot of losers. I always like to hang around with losers, actually, because it makes me feel better. I hate guys that are very, very successful and you have to listen to their success stories. I like people that like to listen to my success.
Oh,
Sing right now.
Dude, isn't that wild? Bro, he is nuts. For the record, guys, for me, I do not like hanging out with losers. I do not, bro. I like hanging out with fucking winners, boss. No, he's not joking. He really does like hanging out with losers. I mean, look at his cabinet, bro. Look at his fucking cabinet. They are stunning. I mean, I just can't get out of my head the guys like when Trump was saying to Kash, right? Remember this clip where he's like, Kash, he really outdid himself, right? You know what I'm saying? Like, and you have this shit.
The work that President Trump is doing, not only in Memphis, not only in Washington, D.C., but all over the country, ultimately, it will save and is saving tens of thousands of American lives. It is, I'll use that word again, what President Trump has done on border security and public safety is a national miracle that will be studied not only for generations, but for centuries to come. Thank you, President Trump.
For centuries to come. Remember when he's like, when he says to Kash, can you outdo this? Let me find the clip. Oh, I want to find the fucking, the clip, dude. There's one clip. This one right here, dude.
So, Kash, see if you can top that. I don't know. That's a tough one, Kash.
That is tough. You know, Mr. President, as I look around this venue, I see, and I'm reminded again, why we have the greatest warriors on God's green earth, the men and women serving in uniform, the men and women serving and wearing the badge, and law enforcement, our police, our sheriffs around the state of Tennessee. I'm reminded that Americans exist to protect this country day in and day out, and they've done it like we've done it here. But what we didn't have was you. We didn't have a commander-in-chief who backed the blue, who resourced the blue, who funded the military, who did whatever it takes to safeguard every single life. And here in Memphis, Tennessee, you have put on a show for the world. You have allowed us to go out there and capture gangbangers, rapists,
what we didn't have was you.
Record,
you didn't have me.
And for me, a first-generation Indian American kid whose parents fled a genocide in East Africa to become the 9th director of the FBI, I'm living the wildest dream you could possibly imagine, sir. But it's
Dude, what we didn't have was you. What we didn't have was you, Trumpy. That's what we didn't have.
Losers, you got a lot of losers, mostly losers, fortunately. It's a good thing to have a lot of losers. I always like to hang around with losers, actually, because it makes me feel better.
We know you
guys that
do.
are very, very successful, and you have to listen to their success stories. I like people that like to listen to my success.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, dude. Isn't that funny? Oh, my God, bro. Dude, the campaign ad. I mean, I feel like that can be cut with every fucking press conference out there, boss. Oh, my God, dude. The crazy. That is one of the craziest political clips, guys. I've been watching politics for, 45 years and 50 years, like close to 50 years, probably 58 or 48 years. Okay. I think I started really watching it in earnest when I was about 8. Okay. It was right. It was after Carter had won. So it was definitely in 77. I was like coming up on 8 years old. It was really Jimmy Carter. I mean, I remember Ford losing the election and people were sort of torqued, but I was drawn to Carter because he had something that was different from a lot of politicians of the time. He was like kind. He was like gentle, you know, all of the, like most of the American politicians were like, we're gonna drop bombs or whatever. And Carter was kind of like, how you feeling? How you feeling, right? There was something about Carter that was different. But like, guys, I have never seen a fucking comment like this one. Like, oh my God, dude, Trumpy, you know, when he said this, like the people, like the communications people were just like looking at each other and they're like, what the fuck did he just do? Dude, he just threw everyone under the bus, dude. Everyone. Dude, naked on stage? Yeah, absolutely. Seriously, he could have taken his clothes off on stage and I think it would have done less damage than that fucking line, bro. Just brutal, dude. Oh my God. Dude, he's gone. Okay? Now, that being said, it's time for me to get gone. I got to go make some videos. I get to get 2 done before morning because tomorrow's Fortnite day. Guys, tomorrow's also, I know, No Kings. If you guys, we have a protest and organizing channel. If you're looking for a protest, please get out and get to them. You know what I'm saying? It's a big deal. I know a bunch of people are out there fostering community. I am unfortunately going to be playing Fortnite, which is it's another commitment I've made, but long story. I will be playing Fortnite. We can talk about the protest tomorrow. We can do No Kings in Fortnite. All right? I know. I'm not a good protester, guys. My whole life, though, to be fair, is a fucking No Kings protest. All right? So, you know what I'm saying? I mean, I'm not getting out into the fray, but I'm dropping Jenny off. She's got a psychedelic journey she's doing tomorrow. I can't be protesting. I have to be delivering someone to a psychedelic journey, and then I have to be doing my thing. All right. But my whole life, just so you know, is a protest, essentially. All right. But if you can get to one, you want to get out there and foster your community, do it. They're everywhere. I think people showing up, it's really important. And you know, this channel is way more effective. I mean, I feel good about it, guys. I honestly, I don't feel bad missing the protest because I know that I'm having an impact. I am in my own way. I'm out there. I'm doing a thing. I'm having an impact. But dude, a lot of people I know are protesting. There's a big one here in Portland. I do have people that are like in my orbit that are going to be out there protesting, but I am going to be delivering a very powerful woman to her psychedelic journey. And then I'm going to be playing Fortnite, and then I'm going to be doing politics. Be well, and thanks. You're welcome, 𝗙cie Charlie. Thank you, boss. Appreciate you. All right. Let's go. Jenny's not going to the protest. Dude, she's taking a psychedelic journey tomorrow. She's doing something, she has a personal day that she has tomorrow. She's not protesting. She's gone. I mean, we've gone. You know, I've locked arms with the wall of moms back in fucking 2020. So believe me, I've done my share of protesting. But again, my life is a protest though. So I really sort of stay out of that shit now. For the most part, I stay out of that because I'm on a different mission. But right now though, guys, it's time for that dance party, baby. I support your journeys, though. I do. So, I mean, guys, I want to say this. So, the thing is like, I think protesting, I think really like staying connected to your community and being out in a group of people and like participating in community can be really good. You know what I'm saying? It's good. It's just good to be around other human beings, right? And so I think that's really important to get out there and do that. You know, I do, however, I stay connected to community, right? Including the one here. But so believe me, I'm fostering community. But I think fostering community is important. And sometimes you just need to not be alone, you know? And so, but you do have to be careful though, guys. You have to be responsible now. Somebody was saying that, somebody was saying in the Discord about how white people, if you can help, the marginalized be safe at the protests, that's an important job too, right? You know what I'm saying? Like, so if you know that there's marginalized people of color, like trans people that are going to the protests and they need some support, like, yeah, be there for them. I think that's a really good role to do, right? But you do have to be careful, guys. Okay, I think masking is the way to go. I think there's a lot of facial like tracking software going on. So you might consider like masking. I think that might be a sensible thing, or having a scarf, something like that. I think it's important, especially if you're in like a hot city where, you know what I'm saying? If you're in a hot zone, if you're in like Portland, Chicago, any blue city, I think wearing a mask is pretty important. Okay? They're definitely like, I mean, if you have a burner phone and can even take that, right? Airplane mode, yes. I was going to say airplane mode or using a burner phone if you have a phone that's like, if you have a phone that's like purchased where you prepay or whatever, those are good things. Be safe, be smart about it. I mean, we are in the surveillance world though, so they're, I know people that are in the activist community here in Portland, though. They're getting arrested a lot and they're getting hassled a lot. They're getting, they're definitely being surveilled. Surveillance is way up, you know what I'm saying? Way up. But then you also want to be filming shit too, guys. Cameras out. You do want to be filming shit always. Everything, boss. Right? All right, but right now, we're dancing. All right, you guys ready to dance or what? I'm ready to dance. I'm going to go make some videos. Thank you, guys. Thank you for hanging out. Great show. It's always a good time. Always a pleasure to be here. No, I'm not alone while we're going through this bullshit. Time for a little deja vu.
Before, yeah, I do recognize margin that I will make it out somehow.
That's pretty fun, actually. Woo! Woo! You're on blue. All right, guys. Always an adventure, boss.
When you're on blue, you keep everything inside of you. You try to play it cool. Sometimes you gotta break the rules.
I don't know
why you are confused.
All you need is a little bit of attitude.
Yeah.
This is it, I'm tired of explaining. Too late because everyone is waiting. That's great, so why are you complaining? You're on blue. If I'm unsure, will anybody notice? It's my fault because I love you on purpose. I'm insecure or just a little nervous. You're on blue. Who? Yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Starting to enjoy the view of
I'm at the altitude, you. Knows you're on blue when every bruise looks good on you. Tell me who knows you're on blue when every bruise looks good on you. Thank you guys, I'll see you tomorrow night. Good night.
I just wanna change the world. I just want the perfect girl. I don't wanna hang around, I'd rather be found. It gets better, I wonder, my pleasure together. Everyone's waiting, anticipating. Change the world, but I'm not gonna wait my turn. I don't ever want to come down, I'd rather be found. It gets better, I wonder, my pleasure together. Everyone's waiting, anticipating. about you. I will never be